Hi, thanks for tuning in. A quick video on undertaking due diligence on builders. You absolutely must undertake adequate due diligence on any builder that you engage. What I want to do is just run quickly through part of the process that we use as our due diligence and then give you some checks and some questions that you can use as part of your process. Now, because we're on the ground and we're so active in the new property space, we're generally aware of most of the builders and we know them by reputation and quality of work. We've got our own panel of builders, and generally those builders we've been working with for a number of years. However, if we're looking to take on a new builder, then we have to go through a pretty extensive due diligence process. Now, part of the process that we use starts with the builder's license check. We go through their licenses very extensively. We need to make sure that they've got all the relevant licenses and that they can build the right property types. On staff, we've actually got a qualified carpenter and builder. Our carpenter and builder actually goes through a lot of their product to make sure that it's all up to our standard. We also then go and check with different customers that they've built with and make sure that they had a really good experience. And we also go through the builds at different stages of construction. For example, slab, frame, lock-up, pre-paint, practical completion. Now that enables us not just to check on the quality of the build, but also to look at the building methods that they're using. And finally, because of our industry contacts, we're generally able to ask some colleagues or some people that we work with and find out about a builder. How is their quality and how is the way they're working with customers? Is everybody satisfied? And that enables us to work out pretty quickly whether or not we want to work with a builder. In most instances, you're probably not going to have the extensive network we've got, or possibly the skills and expertise to go through and undertake the extensive due diligence that we do. So what I want to do is just give you a couple of basic checks that you can go and use yourself to undertake due diligence. To start with, firstly, you want to undertake a builder's license check. You need to do this with your relevant state authority. It's generally pretty easy. Now, as part of that builder's license check, you really want to know the following. Firstly, how long have they been operating? Secondly, how many properties did they build in the last year? What is their allowable turnover, and do they have any outstanding rectification work? If a builder's doing a number of properties, having rectification work isn't necessarily a big issue. It only becomes an issue if they're not going back and fixing up any issues to a high quality standard. Secondly, you want to go through properties that they've recently completed. Now, when I say go through properties that they've recently completed, I don't mean display homes. Display homes all look good. That's the point of them. You want to go through properties that they're handing over on a regular basis. You also want to go through something that is similar in quality, fixtures and fittings to something that you're going to build. You need to have something that's comparable to what you are looking to build, and you also want to make sure that they are handing over this type of property on a regular basis. Thirdly, check the quality and the inclusions list really carefully. So go through the inclusions list, make sure that all the fixtures and fittings are everything that you need as part of your build. Go through the list really carefully, tick them off and make sure everything's in there. Fourthly, you want to insist on a fixed price turnkey contract. By turnkey, I mean that it's got everything you need for somebody to be able to move in there from settlement. And by fixed price, we want to make sure that the builder can't come back to you for more money insisting throughout the process. If they're not willing to do a fixed price turnkey contract, then walk away. Now, what you want to do is ask them how long they expect the build will take. Then find out how long they've allowed for in the contract for the build. You then want to find out what the liquidated damages clause amount is. The liquidated damages clause is the amount that they will pay you each day that they are over the specified contract term. You want to make sure that liquidated damages amount is more than it would be costing you in interest to service the debt. So remember, at this stage, you're probably paying interest on both the land component and the house component. So what you want to do is make sure the amount they are paying you is more than it's costing you in interest. Also bear in mind that if it is an investment property, you're also missing out on rent because they are over the period. So what you want to do is make sure the amount that they are paying you for each day they're over is more than what you would be receiving in rent. Alright, that was just a couple of quick tips that you can use as part of your due diligence process. If you've got any other questions at all regarding this or anything else to do with property, please send through an inquiry because we'd love to see if we can help you.